Hey, Melissa Kibler here from melissakibler.com, and today I'm going to talk about how to gain traction using social media when you have zero following, zero results, especially if you are looking to build your business online. How do we go about doing that? Do you find yourself doing all of the things, right? Going through the motions, doing everything that your upline is telling you to do, going through all of those income bringing, income producing activities, and still feeling like you're stagnant in your business, like you're not getting ahead, everything that you're doing in your power, it's just not working for you. So here's the question I have for you. Could what you are doing currently in your business be hurting your business more than it is helping your business? So welcome. Today's topic is all about how to gain that traction. And I'm actually gonna be breaking down 5 things that you can do and actually put into place to help you gain that traction back and to start getting yourself back into momentum so you can actually start getting those results that you're really looking for in your business. So welcome. If you are joining me live, make sure you say hello. Let me know where you're viewing in from today. I am viewing in right outside of Buffalo, New York, and surprisingly, it is a beautiful day. Usually fall's, pretty much setting in around this area. Leaves are turning and it starts to get cooler, and I know what's around the corner. And then, who am I for those of you that are viewing me for the first time? My name is Melissa Kibler, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers to really get on the fast track to success using simple and effective social media strategies. It wasn't too long ago that I was a struggling network marketer, both offline traditionally as well as online, because I just didn't have a system. I didn't have a plan of action. I just was plain old stuck and knew that there had to be a better way. So I searched and seeked out some awesome and amazing skill sets and mentors in the online space, and I'm looking to give that back and help you out as well. So if you're catching the replay, just drop a replay. I'd love to come back and say hello to you as well. So as far as what you can be doing, when I mention, is there something that you could possibly be doing right now in your business that may be hurting your business? And maybe this is something that you're doing that is very unintentional. Obviously, we don't want to be hurting our business on purpose. So what do I mean by that? So this could be, a multitude of people, maybe, especially when you're online. Hey, Amy, how's it going? Great to have you on live. Where are you viewing in from? Let me know that. So just curious what your weather is like. Where are you viewing in from? So a lot of us, especially when we are building our business online, we have no plan, no strategy. So if you are a mom with kids, if you are a mom or just a person that is working a full-time job trying to build their business, or maybe you have the luxury of being able to build your business, working from home full time, but you still find that you don't really have a clear plan or strategy. You're finding yourself when something comes up, you kind of put that business activity on hold and you go about your day, maybe having coffee with a friend, or you're going here or you're going there. And as far as, also just, basically when things come up, it's like we don't have that effective plan or strategy to kind of really sit down when we're in front of our computers and knowing exactly what we should be doing to be the most effective and actually get results. Like we could be doing a lot of activities and we might feel like we're productive and we may feel like we are, busy and doing all the things, but when it comes down to it, if you're really not bringing in the results, is it really working for you? So Amy's from Wisconsin. Rain and thunderstorms and ooh, wow. So, I actually enjoy a really good thunder shower once in a while. We haven't had one in quite some time. So, yeah, I'm kind of jealous about that right now. So that's something that, a lot of network marketers and friends of mine, when I have a conversation with them, that's the biggest thing. They don't have a plan. They don't have a strategy, a DMO where they know exactly what they should be doing that actually works. And a lot of people, if you were to ask somebody, because, when we get into business for ourselves and become this entrepreneur, we don't have this boss sitting on our shoulder, making sure that we're getting those activities done. So sometimes, if you don't want to do a live that day, if you don't want to post that day, how easy is it to kind of brush it off and say, you know what, I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. So we find ourselves getting into this inconsistent behavior. Okay. And that can also have a huge effect on our business. Also, for people that are posting, and I was very guilty of this in the beginning, posting about products, opportunities in your post, whether you're doing it as a curiosity post or not, that may also come across as you may be hurting your business more than you are. Maybe you're overusing that curiosity post strategy, and people, friends and family of yours are kind of like they're catching on very quickly that you have an agenda behind that, and they don't like that. So you maybe end up getting more, blocks and unfollows and unfriended by those people that are closest to you, which is very unfortunate. So, and also I've seen other people very close to me actually that, you know, have zero experience in network marketing and all of a sudden want to, they've run out of their warm market, they've exhausted that. Now, you know, they're told to get online, meet people, do these curiosity posts. So now I've seen other people kind of put on this face, right? All of a sudden it seems like everything is put together, everything is great. And for the people that are seeing that on the other side, can you imagine what that looks like to them? It's like all of a sudden you've become this influencer overnight. Like, come on, like that's not even real. It's not realistic. It's not it doesn't come across as very authentic. So you can imagine all of these things going on. So if you're currently doing these things, like, that's okay. Like, I was doing all of these things at first too, and I didn't know any better. So what do? Like, how do we build up this traction on social media when you have no following, when you have no results? And I want to share a little bit about my story, because when I first transitioned to the online space, when I was like, I'm done, I'm not doing traditional network marketing anymore, no more home parties, no more leaving my kids, no more, you know, I was just vendor events, spending more money than I was making. I was done. Like, I needed a better strategy. So when I came online, you know, I was barely posting. I would only be online to, you know, keep in touch with close friends and family members that lived, you know, far, far away from me. Hey, Melanie, how are you? You're absolutely welcome. I love hopping on here and sharing tips with you guys, because these tips have literally, it's been a game changer for my business. It's seriously night and day. When you really have a strategy in place and when it's working, I absolutely love giving these strategies back, because nobody else needs to be struggling like I did. And if you're struggling right now, you don't need to be struggling anymore. So when I got online, you know, again, I just had my personal page. So I wasn't posting a whole lot. I was just kind of there to kind of, you know, keep in touch with family and friends. So that was a whole new territory for me. So as far as trying to like build up this business, I only had about 500-ish friends. The average person has about maybe 500-600 friends on their personal page. But I had a really hard time kind of reaching, just having conversations that felt genuine to me. I had a really hard time with even outside of my personal page trying to get into groups and find, you know, qualified people that were a better fit for my product or opportunity without feeling, you know, weird and icky and salesy, and just that gross feeling of knowing that, you know, you're only talking to these people because you're trying to get them as a customer or a team builder, right? So that was not working for me. I even went as far as doing home, you know, online events and mass inviting everybody, and God only knows, like, that does not work either. So how did I go from having about 500 friends on my personal page to now about 800-ish friends, 195 followers, and also built out a business fan page of about $2,700. And for some of you, these numbers may not seem huge, but for me, coming from zero following, no results, trying to build a business and gain that traction, how do you go about doing that? And what I found that on my personal page, a lot of those people really weren't my perfect prospects. They really weren't the people that really had a lot of common. When it came down to it, we really didn't have, I didn't have my tribe. I felt like I didn't have my people. I didn't have my tribe that really saw a vision in network marketing like I did, that really had that drive and motivation, that wanted to succeed and learn, how to do it, a better way. So here's exactly what I did. I want to break down with you 5 things. I kind of thought this through about how did I really do this. 5 things. I'm going to give you a breakdown, 5 tips of what you can start putting into place. If you are the type of person right now that you are feeling stuck and you are feeling stagnant and you're just looking for that, just tell me what to do, right? Like, I need this roadmap. I need this step-by-step process. So what do you do when you have a following on your personal page and it's like, I just don't know how to grow this audience? I mean, that really comes down to it. So most company leaders, most upline leaders, they are catching on. So many other companies now are taking advantage of the online space, which I think is amazing. And that's where you hear a lot of curiosity posts come into play. And if you haven't heard of curiosity posts, it's basically posting in a way that creates curiosity that doesn't give the name of your company or the name of your product, okay? Now, what happens is when you go about doing all of this, you're still only targeting your friends and family on your personal page. It's really hard to reach out to this global network of people. So when you are on your personal page, it's called, it's more like active prospecting. prospecting. So it's more of a manual approach. It still takes a ton of time and energy to be able to keep up that page, okay? And then once you're capped at 5,000 friends on your personal page, that's it. So if you are looking to build a super huge business, I don't know who would want to cap their business at 5,000 friends. So I started thinking about this a little bit, and I've heard about business pages, and I was told so many times, business pages are dead. Business pages are dead. What are you doing wasting your time on business pages? Well, the thing is, most people that start up business pages don't have an effective strategy to set them up the right way, and to actually have a strategy of knowing what to do on that business page to actually grow it. So that's exactly what I was on a mission to kind of find out, was how to make that happen. So number one is what I did to start to gain that traction and build up that following and start getting results that were actually effective in my business. Number one was I dove in, and I want to be clear, I dove into committing to learning skill sets. I know that sounds vague, but when it comes to important skill sets, such as being able just to, the know-how, the how-to of how to really grow that audience, that is not taught anywhere in a company that I've ever seen, right? Except for one, maybe, because I'm doing it right now. But if you're doing that, great. But a lot of people don't know how to expand and grow their network outside of their family and friends, rather than just cold messaging strangers and adding complete, strangers to your friends list. Like, that's not highly targeted. That is not a warm market at all, because you don't have that know, like, and trust factor, okay? That's just a number, a following, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get results from that following, if that makes sense. Does this make sense? Let me know if you're following me and this is making sense so far. So number one is just the commitment. It's diving in and making the commitment to yourself that you are going to learn skill sets to do business in a better way, for yourself, especially using online strategies. Number two, kind of leading into that, is you gotta have a strategy. So a strategy for being able to grow your network. What does that look like? I talked about that I use fan pages, business fan pages. So what that looks like for actually getting one started, growing that network, engaging with that audience once you get those followers coming to your page, and how to really work that. So that way you can really build up your credibility, your influence, so that way you can, promote your offer, your opportunity to those people that you're building those relationships with. So other skill sets that I've learned along the way that I feel are missing in this industry is how to craft the right message. So and what I mean by that is, like, when you're posting, using the right language, really understanding your perfect prospect, really understanding who that person is that is the best fit for your products and your opportunity. And I will tell you this, everybody within 3 feet of you is not your perfect prospect. I know that's what a lot of us are told, but everybody within 3 feet of us is not our perfect prospect. So how can we, really find who that perfect prospect is, thinking about who do we ultimately want to work with, right? And also, the language of how we can relate best to those people. So when we are, on social media, the presence that we give off, those perceptions, and in the way that we're posting, the value and the education that we are giving, how do we do that in a way where we know that it is very clear and our audience, our perfect prospects, can understand that it is exactly for them. It's almost like when they are listening and seeing you on the other side, it's like you want them to be feeling, oh my gosh, I can totally relate. I understand. I feel like I'm in the same exact situation. It triggers some kind of an emotion, which is really, really cool. And it gets people to also want to know more about what you're doing. Okay, so that's more about the different skill sets that I've had to learn to build up to be a really effective in my marketing strategy. So again, if you're in network marketing, part of network marketing is marketing, right? And a lot of us are just told, go out and share your products, go out and share, and it's all about the numbers. But if you are looking to make a 6-figure income, then you have to be willing to learn the 6 figure skill sets. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there spinning your wheels. Believe me and trust me, I've wasted years doing that. So it's so important to have a strategy, and it's so important to learn those important skill sets. Kind of think of it as a training wheels phase, right? You have to be able to learn the skill sets, and once you master those skill sets, then you can put them into play. It's just like riding a bike, right? You can't just all of a sudden get on and ride a bike, right? It takes some practice, it takes some training. So the same thing with network marketing, it takes specific skill sets, and you have to be patient with yourself to be able to learn those and master them, so that way you can then take action and implement them in your own business, start having success, and then transfer those same skill sets onto your team. Okay, cool? So number 3 is being consistent. Okay, that is number 1. Again, if you are looking to build a business and you're thinking of yourself of being a professional network marketer, a professional, entrepreneur, then you got to be consistent. You got to show up for your business and do the things when nobody's watching, right? Showing up for yourself, taking complete ownership of your business, because nobody else is going to do it for you. You got to be able to do that for yourself. So again, when it comes to being consistent, some of the things besides learning those important strategies that I talked about, it's also really important along this process to be able to understand and learn some key fundamental processes that will help you to pivot and get back on track. So how many times have we felt ourselves kind of like fall off the rails, right? It's like this roller coaster of a ride where everything's going great, we're getting sales, we're gaining traction, our team is growing, and all of a sudden it stops, right? What do you do next? So learning some important things to be able to pivot when things aren't working and get back on track and kind of getting into evaluation mode has also helped with this process, and just having a really strong community of support that all have that same kind of vision. Number 4 is, again, investing in yourself. It's not investing in a program. It's not investing in the training. Just like a doctor goes to school for I don't know how many years to become a doctor, right? If you want to become this professional entrepreneur, this professional network marketer, and to be able to get to your top rank and be that top leader and to make the 6-figure income, then you're gonna wanna make sure that you are investing in yourself, investing in skill sets that are going to take you there. Now, believe me, in the beginning, I was like, you know what? How can I invest in myself when I can't even, afford to pay for my monthly products every single month? Believe me, where there's a will, there's a way. It depends on the priority and kind of where you're headed with your business, those big dreams and visions and what you want to accomplish, but also in the way that you're building your business. So again, a lot of us can be spinning our wheels. A lot of us can do this active approach, but we're wasting a lot of time and energy away from our family, from our kids, from just having that best life and being able to, just to be able to do your passions and be fulfilled, every single day. So it kind of is that decision of, okay, how do I really want to build this? So if that's where you're looking to kind of take back control of your life, to actually experience that time freedom of what you got into business for, then investing in yourself to learn a strategy that's more leveraged, more strategic, and when it comes down to it, it's going to be more authentic with these strategies, putting them into place versus just putting yourself out there and being that billboard for your company. I mean, business for me was not fun when I was doing that. So when I made that shift and I made that decision, business truly became fun again for me, because I'm not a billboard for my company anymore. I'm now branding myself and attracting people to me in a way where, I can meet that person where they're at, help guide them where they're at, and, depending on what my offer, opportunity, or products are, that I have at that time. Number 5 is to be able to achieve that traction on social media. You gotta be able to find a mentor, lock arms with a mentor that not only shares the same vision as you, but also wants to build in the same way that aligns, again, with how you wanna build, who you are, what you're all about. So hopefully that helped you. Drop me #value if you got some value from this. Again, going over the 5 things that you can start putting into place right now that will help you to start gaining traction and that momentum in your business, especially when you have no following and no results on social media. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Hey, Amy, that's where I am. I post for friends and family. I need a business page to gain friends to follow. I can't see the rest of your comment. Does anybody else have any comments about this? Any questions that I can answer well before I hop off? Because Amy, you're not alone. So many people, that's because they just don't exactly know how to go about it because of the strategy. They don't have that roadmap. They don't have that step-by-step process to lead them along the way. So for example, you know, a roadmap or process where it shows you, okay, here's where I'm at. All I have is a personal page. All I'm interacting right now, or all the people that I can reach are my personal friends and family. So where do you go from here? And if you're looking to create more leverage and to have more of a strategy, so when you're sitting down, you're super effective. You're not on your phone scrolling Facebook. You're not checking emails. You know, you're super focused and you're building assets. Because I'll tell you what, if you, you don't own your company and you don't own your product. So what happens if for some reason your business gets shut down? What happens when, you know, it disappears and you lose everything, right? You have to be able to know how to build up your assets. And that's just, you know, building your brand. It's building your email list. It's putting things into place that you can transfer to whatever platform, to whatever company, if you change companies, and that aligns truly with attraction marketing, where we don't have to reach out to friends and family anymore. We don't have to worry about that rejection because now we have people coming to us and applying to work with us because they are specifically looking for what you have to offer. How cool is that, right? And that's something when I first started in my business, I had no idea that even existed. So when I started learning about these strategies, I was like, oh my gosh, where has this been? How come nobody has ever told me about this, right? So it's crazy when you start to go through that process and it all starts coming together and you create this beautiful social media ecosystem that just works so synergistically together. It's amazing. It's such a great feeling. And now I can truly say I have my time back. I have a strategy. I know what I'm doing every single day. And I'm so excited when I wake up in the morning to work my business because I'm doing it in a way that feels good for me. Like it's now all aligning. So if you feel like you're missing that, you know, I hear you. I can totally relate to that. So feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to talk with you and help you with where you're at. So Amy, yeah, if you're looking for how to get past your personal page, your friends and family, and you need more of that strategy to build up a business page and start to grow a global network, a global following, that's super exciting, and I'm super proud of you if that's the direction that you are looking to go into. So reach out. My door is always open, and that goes for all of you. But thanks again for watching and tuning in today, and make sure you tune again tomorrow. I'll be going live again, and if you haven't liked my page already, make sure you change those notifications to see all first. That way you never miss a tip or training that I put out here on the page. So thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.